Hi, welcome. My name is Dr. Burgundy Collins, and welcome to Chiropractor in Real Life. On this blog, I talk about all things chiropractic, all things chiropractor. I talk about what it's like to run your own solo practice as a chiropractor. I also talk about the highs and lows, the challenges and successes of running your own practice. And I also share some useful advice on running your own practice, things that could be useful to you, even if you don't have your own business. Just ideas and advice on how you can navigate your own workplace. Now, today I wanted to talk about a very interesting topic that comes up quite a bit. This topic comes up when patients want to schedule their appointments, especially new patients who are unfamiliar with our hours. Now, the office hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Tuesday through Friday. And on Saturdays, the office is open 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Now, the question comes up when patients want to come in during the lunch hour. So the question is, are you guys closed during lunch? Now, the answer is no. The office is not closed for lunch. Most chiropractic offices are open all day. Now, there's some offices that I've worked in that will close for 2 hours midday. And that gives the doctor and the staff an opportunity to eat and have lunch. Now, I don't close during lunch. I pretty much work all the way through lunch and I eat when I can. And I've worked in practices that were just like that. My first chiropractic office, was it my first one? No, my first office, we did close. We were open, but the hours were crazy long. So the offices that do close for 2 hours during lunch, we usually would start at 8 or 9 and we would work to 7, meaning I wouldn't even get done until about 7:38 after I completed my notes and saw all the patients that were there. The last patient would be scheduled like 7 or 7:30. That is super late. But we would get to work at like 9. But we will close between like 1 and 3 so that the office can shut down. And again, so staff will have time to eat, clean up, and reset. Now, the second office that I worked in, it wasn't like that. We worked all day. We got there at 9 and we worked until 7. So again, long hours, and we just ate whenever we had an opportunity, which basically meant there were days but I barely ate anything. So it's kind of like the same thing here, depending on how the patient flow go. Well, for one, I don't work as many hours. I start at 9, and the last patient is scheduled at 4:30 or 5:30, depending on whether or not it's a new patient or an existing patient. I like to get home. I like to have nice work-life balance. But because some people work later than 5 or they can't get in here till after 5, I do have Saturday hours. And again, I am open a little bit later depending on the patient, honestly. If it's a patient who's been coming for a long time, they need to come a little bit later. I don't mind waiting for them and schedule them a little bit later. But typically the last patient is seen at 5:30 and then we are out the door. Now back to lunch. So most times we don't, not most times, we never ever shut down exclusively for lunch. What will happen is I'll take a look at the schedule, and depending how patients are blocked off and scheduled, then we'll just eat lunch around that time. That's basically how it goes. Now there's some days where we pretty much just running and working the whole day. But when I look ahead on the schedule, if I see that that's the way that the schedule is leaning to, I will block off time so that we can eat. So I will block off an hour in the day, but it's not always between lunchtime. It's not always between 12 and 1 or 1 and 2. It could be later. Like today, I had lunch very late. And most times by the time I do get to lunch, I'm so tired, I'm so disheveled, and I do need that break just to fix my hair, fix my lip gloss, get my clothes straight, just get myself together. So in this video, I wanted to share some things that I do during my lunch break. Because the lunch break again, just happens anytime during the day. It really just depends on the schedule as in determining what time I actually eat. But I do eat lunch. But here's a typical lunch break for me. So first things first, I lock the door to make sure I can enjoy my lunch without being bothered. Now the absolute very next thing I do is kick off my shoes. Oh my God, I gotta rest my feet. I've been on my feet all day. Notice I wear orthotics as well. Now it's time to actually eat something, whether it be a salad. Today I am eating something warm. It is some homemade chicken noodle soup. It is so good. I made it the other day. Yum, can't wait to rub on this. Chick-fil-A, you are not getting my money today. No, sir, not today. Now, sometimes I will lay on a grounding mat. I don't do this all the time, but if I need an extra relaxation, I'll lay on the grounding mat for about 10 minutes just to chill out. But now I always usually do a stretch, so I'm stretching, and I like to meditate for at least 10 minutes. Gotta meditate. Then I somehow always end up back on my computer doing notes, filing claims, finishing up emails, work, eat, and work. I don't always do all these things in this particular order, but it's usually what I do during lunch. So as you can see, my lunch break probably isn't much different from how you spend your lunch break. I'm catching up on work. I'm trying to relax and trying to just take a breath. If I'm lucky, I'll go outside. I'll take a nice walk or just stand in the grass and do a little bit of grounding. And because I'm doing a no buy year this year, my lunch breaks will not consist of me going to Taco Bell. I meant to say Taco Obama or Chick-fil-A or the kebab place or Sarku Japan. Look, those folks, none of them get my money this year. Okay. I'm packing my lunch. In fact, my resolution is I'm only going to go out for lunch one time a week. So every other day, I'm bringing my own lunch, as you can see behind me. So, yeah, the next time you go to your doctor's office or your chiropractor office, please keep in mind that your healthcare providers work very hard for you, and sometimes we are working with zero fuel in our body. But hey, that's the life we chose, and personally, I'm happy to live it. So again, thank you for checking out this video. If you like this type of content, please subscribe and share the video below. But I'm going to wrap it up right now. I'm Dr. Burgundy Collins, chiropractor in real life, and thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Peace.